Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander build at point guard. So he started the season absolutely on fire and so have OKC, particularly off the back of his play. So we're going to make an SGA build today, so make sure he's a point guard and we'll move on to the body settings. So on basketballreference.com he's listed at 6'6". So this will be quite a tall point guard. It's not quite, the 6'9s that have been running around, and it's not quite short either. It's in between, and it's a little difficult to make a build like this very balanced like you can at 6'9", or really, really high stats like you can when you're a shorter build. But I think I've done the best I can to represent Shai the best to my knowledge, and how he plays in real life watching him. But make sure he's 6'6". In terms of the weight, we're just going to drop that to 186 pounds just to boost some speed but not drop other things too low. And then the wingspan, we're going to push that to 7'1", just for a bit of length. And body shape I just like to find for guards, and we'll move on to the attributes. So SGA as a player is definitely more of a perimeter scorer. From what I've seen just through watching OKC and also clips of him as well, he's not a really athletic dunker. He's very crafty getting to the rim, but he's not a real pure slasher like a lot of other point guards might be. He loves the step backs and the side step threes and crossing people up from the perimeter and shooting in front of their face. So this build will have a level of slashing, but it's primarily going to be like a playmaking chop creator or perimeter scorer. But in saying that, for finishing, we're going to push close shot to 75. You are 6'6", so if you play on the park in particular, if you come up against a smaller guard, you could take them down low. Now for driving layup, this is really what's going to carry the build in terms of finishing. So we're going to push driving layup to an 89 just to get that gold slithery finisher, and also the long athlete layup package. So you'll have all the layup packages with this build, along with the gold slithery finisher. So this will be a primary method of scoring. It may not be as effective in the rec center, but on park you should be able to get by with a high layup. And then for driving dunk, we are just going to push that to 75. Just gets a few animations. You miss out on the quick drop-offs off one, but there are other quick drop-off packages that you can apply, and you also get a lot of the signature dunks as well that can have good animations too. But that'll be all for slashing. Now for shooting, this is definitely how Shai scores his points. Shooting over 40% from the three-point line this season, along with 50% from the field. So 53% from the field, roughly. So we're going to push mid-range shot to a 74, just to boost the badge points up a bit. The 3-point shot's going to go to the max, which is 89. So that'll get us the gold Agent 3 and gold blinders. And these are particularly important because this is how he scores. This is what I've seen watching him play. He loves, pulling up from 3, using his step backs and side steps a lot like Luka, creating that space, and having blinders gold will just help negate people, trying to recover after you've crossed them up and moved sideways. Dead Eyes there silver as well because he can shoot off the catch, but primarily he's a shot creator. In terms of free throw, he does shoot 80% from the free throw line. So I've pushed it to an 81. I just had a couple points left over to push it pretty high. So this will be quite effective in the rec center. Free throws are a bit difficult, so having a decently high free throw will be good. Will be great for the build. Now for playmaking, he's definitely more of a shooting guard playing point guard. He doesn't necessarily have a high number of assists. That is getting better as his career is going on. He's averaging around 6. He averaged 5.9 last season and also 5.9 so far this season. So his playmaking is getting better, but he's definitely not a premier playmaker in the league. So what I've done is I've just pushed pass accuracy to an 80 just to get the gold passing badges, because you are still a point guard. It's still good to have decent rated passing badges. Now for ball handle, he's very tricky with the ball. He's not super fast, but he's very crafty and got great footwork. So I've pushed ball handle to a 92, so you'll be able to get all the dribble animations that you can get at 6'6". There are a couple Steph Curry or Trae Young size ups and things that you can't get because you're too tall, but there are some other ones at 92 rating that you can get. So you'll have all of them available. Now for speed with ball, we're just going to push that to an 80 as well, because like I said, he's not terribly quick, but at 80 we get the extra badge point. But you do have the Hall of Fame quick first step with the ball handle so high, so you should be fine off the bounce. Now for defense, he's not known as a great or an amazing defender either. He does average just over 1 steal a game for his career, so he's not terrible in the passing lanes. What I've chosen to do is just be able to guard sort of the man in front of you to some level of capability. So I've pushed perimeter defense to an 80 and steal to an 81. So with the 81 steal, you just get the extra badge point, but you'll also have things like silver interceptor, bronze clamps is there just to help you defend the man in front of you. You're not going to be an amazing defender, but I think smart players will be able to get by with this. You are 6'6" with a relatively long wingspan, so you should be able to hold your own, but don't expect this to be an elite defender. Now we're just going to boost defensive rebound to a 69 as well, just for the badge points. So you will have 16, you will be able to get to tier 3 and core interceptor and get clamps if you wish. That could be a layout in tier 3. Now for the physicals, we're going to push speed to an 82 and acceleration to an 86. So you can push acceleration up to an 89, I believe. So I've just dropped it a few just to make sure I had the badge points to access tier 3 level badges, because you can access all your tier 3 badges in every category with this build. So I think that's important to have. Strength's going to stay at 39. Vertical is 55. That's all we need for all the dunk packages requiring a 75 driving dunk. And the rest is going to go on stamina for 94 stamina. And that's the build. So in total we have the 16 finishing, 21 shooting, 23 playmaking, and 16 defensive badges for a total of 76 badges on this pretty much, 6'6" playmaking shot creator that can finish at the rim with either a decent dunk or really high layup, and has a level of defense and decent rebounding that you may be able to get a triple-double here and there. But it's particularly great being 6'6" at breaking down opponents on the perimeter and scoring from the 3-point line. This is really where the build's going to shine. Take a look at the takeovers. So I've just chosen negative impact and ankle breaking shots because he's really a shot creator at heart. But as you can see, you've got shades of Steve Nash, De'Aaron Fox, and Tyrese Halliburton. So yeah, I don't see Steve Nash pop too often, so that's curious to see. And you've also built an inside-out shot creator. We'll take a look at the badges. So for finishing, you've got the 16 here. You're probably not going to be able to poster a lot of players because you don't have the contact dunks, but you do have a decently high level of dunk. You'll be able to get a lot of those, signature dunk packages in the animation store. But in terms of what the build's really great at, it's layups. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Acrobat Gold, Fearless Finisher Gold, and then from here, it's really up to you. Giant Slayer may be good because you are 6'6", so you will be able to use this against those 6'10" centers. So that could be an option. I'll just put it on silver for now to get the 10 points. Just to show you that you can, put an extra badge into finishing to get slithery on gold, core that. And then, you can use the extra points on Limitless Takeoff just to help, trigger those animations a bit earlier. For your dunks, you can get Posterizer instead. You won't be an elite dunker, but you'll be able to get really great layups. So that's really where the badge points need to be spent. Now for shooting, you have 21 here, so it's not a great deal, but you do have an 89 3 ball. So I would focus on what you're going to really be doing with the build. You're not really going to be a catch and shoot player, so you want to focus on more of the shot creating ones. So Space Creator would be a great one to have. I'll just put it on gold. Amped is going to be great with the stamina. Green Machine will also be good just with, because he can get really hot. He's shooting really high percentage so far, but that'll be the 10. And then from here, you can definitely just core Agent 3, put on blinders on gold. You've got 4 left, so if you wanted to, you can put Limitless Range on silver to get an extra boost, or you can, put Deadeye on silver. But if it was me, he's very much a volume scorer, so that could be one you want to put on, and he's very clutch as well. So if I was making an SGA type layout, that might be something I would go with. Now for playmaking, definitely quick first step. You got that Hall of Fame, being 6'6", that's going to be great. And then, put on Pluckball to get you 10. And with the 13 left, you can core Clamp Breaker, put on handles for days. get killer combos on gold, and there you go. You've got your primary tier 3 badges at the highest level they can go. Mismatch experts there, but if you get on a big, you should be expecting to break them down without the badge anyway. So if you wanted unpluckable gold, definitely put an extra badge point in here, but you could be a really great shot creator with these badges. And then on defense, definitely just stuff to help you guard the man in front of you. So pick dodge is going to be great. You know, menace is there to bump those opponents. The only other one I would probably look at would be off-ball pest in here. Ankle braces might be one. Rebound chaser, because you have a decent rebound. That could be one if you wanted to get those triple doubles, being 6'6". But those are the 10 in tier 1 and 2. And then in tier 3, you can definitely just core interceptor to get in those passing lanes, particularly on fast breaks, and clamps. And with the one left over, you may just want to put on rebound chaser just to get those boards. But that could be a decent defensive layout. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.